I said in a recent video, I apologise that I was unable to do a newsletter because I can't use the computer to do any typing. And Richard Standron had the bright idea, why not try a video newsletter? So we're going to have a go at it now. And we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a bit chaotic because I can't find everything that I want, because my current situation has meant a big shuffle around in the house. We've had to bring in a new chair that I'm now sitting on, a new computer chair which turns out to be uncomfortable. I can't use it. Had to get in a recliner chair, and we've had a hospital bed installed in their main room, and that's meant moving furniture about, moving stuff about, and I can't find everything. I've even lost track of a heap of CDs that I would have been mentioning. Anyway, this is what I can rustle up. First of all, the gigs, and I've got Hawkfan gigs, and I have got in August 20th to 22nd. That'll be at the Beautiful Days Festival. That's at Escott Park, Devon. August 27th to 29th will be the Hawkfest, which will be near Axminster in Devon. I don't know the exact venue. Only ticket holders will have that, and I'm not a ticket holder. September 4th and 5th, they'll be at the HRH Prague in Sheffield O2 and Shepherd's Bush Empire. That's only Dave Brock, a solo appearance. Now I don't know which day is at Sheffield and which day at Shepherd's Bush because I'm not aware of the lineups. October the 28th, they'll be at the London Palladium. Hawklords. No gigs this year, but there will be a very big tour through March and April in 2022. This will be the Time tour to promote their new album Time, which they would have had out this year if it wasn't for the COVID problems and stopping them getting together. I'm not going to go through all the dates now. There are loads of them, and the poster I've seen, I can only see it on the phone, which means the writing's too small. I can't read it. Right, Evil Blizzard, September 3rd and 4th, both days they'll be playing the Ferret at Preston, but that is completely sold out. September the 12th, they'll be at the Futurama Festival in Liverpool, and then we move on to February 2022. On the 12th, they'll play the Academy 3 at Manchester. That's to replace the Blismas event, so this is called Not Blismas. In March 22, on the 6th, will be the Blizzaween at the Warehouse Leeds. That's of course replacing the Blizzaween, which would have taken place on Halloween this year. March the 22, on the 27th, they'll be at the O2 Academy, Islington. And then I've got Strip Search Tramp on June the 27th. They'll be playing at the Punk Festival under Boulevard, Wigan. Dibs is a member of Strip Search Tramp. Okay, some records. I've got Robert Calvert. I have got a single remixes of two versions of Over the Moon, and here we go. Here's the single. Oops, see if I can get it in shot. There we are. Look, and there's the back. I find one version of the remix quite pleasant, and I find the other one awful, really awful. There's also an LP of Calvert remixes, and that's called The Last Starfighter. It's on limited edition purple vinyl from Cleopatra, and here's the front cover. If I can get that in shot, there we are, and there's the back. It's also on CD, and the writing is horrible colour. I can't read the tracks. So here's the track list: Over the Moon, Marathon Man, Lord of the Hornets, Acid Rain, the luminous glow of the dials of the dashboard at night, Hidden Persuasion, Thanks to the Scientists, I Hear Voices, Subterraneans, Marathon Man, The Work Song, Ned Ludd, Over the Moon Again, Working Down a Diamond Mine, All the Machines Are Quiet, Ambitious, Teen Ballad of Dino, Telekinesis, Flight 105, that which is actually hanging out on the seafront. No idea why the title's changed at all. Michael Moorcock, well, Spirits Burning, and Michael Moorcock, The Hollow Lands, which is volume 2 in the Dances at the End of Time trilogy. So here's the front cover. And the back cover. Now the tracks are different to the album and CD. The album is a single disc on pink vinyl, and the track listing is To Hollow Lands, Playing at Ships, Dance Through Time, A Conversation with H.G. Wells, Awful Dilemma, We may yet be saved, Memorable Night at the Cafe Royal, To the Time Machine at Last, and Make a Fire. The inner sleeves have the record info on, and has all the lyrics too. And here's the CD version. That's got more tracks on it. We have The Hollow Lands, Isn't It Delicious, Playing at Ships, Dance Through Time, Warm Snow Peaks, On the Hunt, A Haze of Crimson Light, Conflict and Illusions, Robot Nurse and the Children of the Pit, A Conversation with H.G. Wells, Awful Dilemma, Mr. Underwood's Soliloquy, Time Machine Cabriolet, We May Yet Be Saved, Megaflow, more for Megaflow, Memorable Night at the Cafe Royal, To the Time Machine at Last, and Make a Fire. And that'll have a booklet inside it, and I think the lyrics are on that too. Orchestral, Pioneers of Space. Well, I've mentioned this one before, I'll just highlight it now. We've now got other orchestral releases as well, which I've got, and at the moment I've put them away. They're in a position where I just simply can't get at them, so I can't say much about those at all. So we'll leave that one out. Single album, sorry, on this first one, and the guests here are note to us are Alan Davey, Ginger Baker, Robert Calvert, Nick Turner, Hugh Lloyd Langton, Simon House, Michael Moorcock, Paul Rudolph, Mick Slattery, and Bridget Wishart. And there are a clutch of other people, well-known people on there as well, including Arthur Brown, who is of course well associated with Hawkwind, and Larry Wallace, known for his Motorhead. That's a pretty typical addition of people to all the orchestral related records. Just, you want to have a look at them all, check them out on Cleopatra Records. The Cleopatra releases, you can get them usually on Amazon if you don't want to go direct to Cleopatra, where, to be honest, the postage prices are shipping over here are horrendous. On the plus side, they pack their records and CDs better than anyone else I've ever known sending stuff through the post. They're really, really good at it. So you know, check them out. And again, you go on the Cleopatra website and key in Alan Davey, and you'll see an absolute mountain of stuff that Alan's producing over there. I mean, he's so busy. That for Cleopatra, he is the man to go to. It's as simple as that. Okay, bit of Hawkwind. Hawkwind 50 live. There we go. And the back. Triple album. No gimmicky stuff inside it. It's a sort of double gatefold, if you like. It folds out twice, and on one of the inner sides it's got the record info, and throughout the big photographs on it, all by the incredibly talented John Chase, who does so much Hawkwind stuff. Now the tracks on it are Motorway City, Flesh Fondue, Last Man on Earth, Space is Dark, Born to Go, 65 million years ago, In the Beginning, Spirit of the Age, The Fantasy of Faldom, The Watcher, Silver Machine, Salt and Battery, Golden Void, Right to Decide, Accolade, Hurry on Sundown, Master of the Universe, Welcome to the Future. Well, sort of all favourites, I suppose. Next, Solstice at Stonehenge. Here we have one of the front covers and the back. Right, this is a double album and includes a poster. It's gatefold, and okay, here are the tracks: Ghost Dance, Angels of Death, Born to Go, Watching the Grass Grow, Night of the Hawks, Utopia, Social Alliance, Masters of the Universe, Ejection, Uncle Sam's on Mars, Motorway City, Brainstorm, Sonic Attack, The Right Stuff, Dawn, Spirit of the Age, Stonehenge Decoded. And that's the one that's on general sale now. There was a limited edition of 150. Whether it's still possible to get that edition or not, I wouldn't know. That one's got your double album, includes a printed Druids bag, 2 large posters, 32-page book, 2 CD, DVD and a sticker. I think the 32-page book probably came with the double album. I'm not sure, but it typically I would expect it to, because that's the way Black Widow Records work. I mean, they do believe in beautiful presentation. Obviously the track list is the same, and get those bonuses. There was also a very limited edition of 50, and in that you've got a double LP in coloured vinyl, printed Druids bag, exclusive Solstice watercolour, 2 large posters, poster with watercolour Solstice sequence, 32-page book, 2 CD and DVD and a sticker. There were only 50 made and it's sold out, so you won't be able to get no chance of getting one of those unless you struck lucky on eBay. Also out on CD, got the booklet with it and the 2 CD, 3 CDs in it, sorry, 2 audio and 1 DVD, and you've got here Dave Brock, Nick Turner, Harvey Bainbridge, Hugh Lloyd Langton, Alan Davey and Danny Thompson involved. Right, onwards. Bridget Wishart and the Band of Doctors. They're called the Band of Doctors because they're doctors. It's called Ghost. And here it is. Front and back. Released by Submarine Broadcasting Company, and it's got 9 songs on it, and it's actually raising money for refugee action. You can get this through Bandcamp, and it's quite good actually, quite good. I'd also have a little non-Hawkwind plug, just slipping this in for because he's a very serious Hawkwind fan, and he performs under the name Incubus Love Child, and a CD called Time Terrorist, and there it is. And you look up Incubus Love Child on Facebook and get the details from there. Plugging that because he's a friend, and it's a rather nice CD. Bandcamp for other people, like Spirits Burning material. There's a CD called Starhawks, which is very electrical. It was put out some time ago as a disc, and well, that's sold out. He's got 1 or 2 copies left, but basically sold out. But you can get the on digital on Bandcamp now, and he's got upcoming. He's got one called Evolution Ritual. That will be on his Noah label. You have to go to the Spirits Burning site for that, I think. He'll probably make it available through Bandcamp. I really couldn't say. It's acoustic based, and both of these albums have ex-Hawks members on them. Other Bandcamp things to look out for. One is the LP, The Rise and Fall of Blasphemous by Filthy Dirty. That's one of the people from Evil Blizzard. It's an LP. It's actually held up in Brexit paperwork at the moment, trying to get the LPs into the country. He's recorded some of the songs that were originally for Evil Blizzard, and they just didn't happen. Evil Blizzard used other songs, so he's resurrected them and played them, and it's Evil Blizzard sounding, so just know what to expect. Dibs has got some stuff on Bandcamp. He's working on a solo album, and he's put some of the demos from it on. He's also put some stuff up by Krell and Spacehead, so check Dibs out on Bandcamp for that. Evil Blizzard, you can get some of their albums and the merchandise still on Bandcamp, because they find that an easy way to sell it. Mark Whiteside of Evil Blizzard, the drummer, he does some completely different stuff under the name One-Sided Horse. Solo stuff, sad songs, him and the guitar. But his best one actually was an LP which he recorded with members of Embrace, and it was actually all the members except Danny. So it's like an Embrace album of his songs with him singing instead of Danny. You can get all Alan Davies stuff through Bandcamp, which will link it straight to Cleopatra, and the same Spirits Burning, they're on Bandcamp. Easy way to get all those. Right, so that's a bit of paper done. Let's move on to books. Out of print now. This came to us last year, and this was the Encyclopedia Hawkwindia. Here it is. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, that is a heavy tome. It's just under 600 pages. It's quite large. It looks to me like, I don't know, about 7 inches by, no, probably big, about 8 inches by 8 inches perhaps, on quality paper. There's it's exactly what it says in the title. It's an encyclopedia of Hawkwind, and it's quite something. And I'm very pleased to say that the photograph that leads into it is one that I took, and I'll just show you. It's that one. I hope I've managed to get that in. It's taken it to Hawkfan once. Lots of photographs throughout, many of them which I can guarantee you've never seen before, and it's an A to Z. About 1750 entries in it, so you know it's really detailed, and it's done with love. Dave Thompson contacted so many people to ask for information, and they all helped him to produce what is an absolutely magnificent book. I mean, it's so big. It was 50 quid, that edition. Having said that, I found it 50 quid well spent. I'm chuffed to blazes with it, because there's so much in there that I just simply didn't know. Now, because Dave cares about what he's doing, he listened when everybody spoke to him afterward, and what we did, we all read it, and it all reminded us of other things. And we wrote to Dave and we said, it just reminds me there is this bit of information, or this record, or whatever. And he's taken it up on board, and he's revised it to add all these things to a new edition. Well, which, done like the first one, would have been monstrous and very expensive. So what he's done, he's done the new edition. He's not included the photographs, and he's reduced the print size so he can reduce the page number. But even so, it's a chunky book. I can't remember how many pages now. Oh, 536, I think. So still a lot of pages despite that being reduced. And it's still a lot of pages because he got so much extra information. And this is the one that's on sale now, and here's your front cover. We're talking black and white instead of colour now, as part of the cut down. If you're a keen Hawkfan fan, you want this book, no question, no messing about. Go out and get it. You cannot be without it, I promise you. So there is Hawkfan Encyclopedia. Make a note of it. Go buy it. You've got to have it. Another one you want is Hawkfan Days of the Underground, Radical Escapism in the Age of Paranoia. And this covers essentially the first 10 years of Hawkfan, although it does just creep into the early 80s. And here's your front cover. That's the limited edition that came out first. You probably wouldn't get this edition now. I don't have the revised edition or the reprint, which must be done on a smaller scale to keep it cheap, because this one was expensive. It's very good. Again, Joe contacted a lot of people and got them involved, and there's some jolly good photographs in it, as well as the write-up, which is a more traditional style of following the Hawkfan history of the time, and goes into quite a lot of non-Hawkfan stuff that sets the scene for the time that it was happening. And that too is very interesting, because it shows the influences of Hawkfan and what it was like in those days. Now, it was a long time coming, a very long time, and Joe was forever apologising for the delays. So for that first edition, because a lot of us were waiting and had paid up in advance, he put a bonus book in with it. Now, there were extracts of interviews inside the book, but he made this bonus book, and I'll show you the picture now. And there's the back. And it's called Sideways in Time, an Oral History of Hawkfan in the 1970s. And this is all the interviews that he did, printed out in full. and just have one or two photographs. There's an interesting one I'll just show you now, and this is Dick Mick. So you don't think of Dick Mick playing a guitar, but no, there were a lot of strings to Dick Mick's bow. He was rather good. Now then, who have we got? The contents. All the interviews. The music notes for a start were interviewed were Dick Mick, Michael Moorcock, Nick Turner, Stacia, Alan Powell, Paul Rudolph, Adrian Shaw, Paul Hales, and Harvey Bainbridge. No current members, you notice, got involved. Other people closely concerned: Andrew Lauder, Doug Smith, Jeff Dexter. In crews, Alex Higgins, Jerry Fitzgerald. Visuals, opticals and visuals: Arthur Rhodes, Mike Hart, Jonathan Smeaton, Renee Berg, David Hardy, and Philip Tonkin. Technicians, crew if you like: Anton Richards, Richard Ogden, Michael Butterworth, Ashley Howe. And friends and relations: Lonnie Scott Matthews, Pamela Townley. That's who Calvert married. So quite a few interviews in there, and you know, some of them at length, as you might imagine, say particularly with say Nick Turner. I'm just looking at the page count. I'm up to 192 as I turned. Yeah, 192. Yeah, 193 pages. So that was quite a nice little bonus book. It's being reissued, as I say, in a cheaper style, probably paperback, I think. And you don't get the sideways through time book with it. So that's all I've got for now. So there'll be printed newsletter as soon as I can do it. And when we get this furniture sorted and we've got rid of the hospital bed, then I'll be able to do a printed letter and have a bit more information in it. And when the printed one comes, the people who get my letters by mail, because they're not online, they'll get the information too. Sadly, at the moment, I can't communicate with them. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye. Be happy.